Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Person of interest in multiple murders handed over to cops. A man who the St. Andrew South Police named as a person of interest in 3 murders committed this month and asked to turn himself in by midday Friday is now in police custody. Sergeant Simon Clark from Westport Avenue, Kingston 11, was brought to the Hunts Bay Police Station by attorney at law Bert Samuels about 1:30 p.m. Friday. Police said Clark, who was freed in April after 6 years in custody, is slated for a series of interviews in relation to several murders and reports of extortion. A video of Clark denying being involved in any crime is making the rounds on social media. In the video, Clark said criminal activities have been going on in his community long before he was released and said he is being targeted. The police had reported that Clark was wanted in connection with the murder of Damon White, committed on Friday, May 6, 2002, about 2:45 p.m. at a tire shop in Riverton City, Kingston 11, the murder of Keno Gonzalez, otherwise called Indian, which was committed on Monday, May 16, 2022, about 7 p.m., along a dirt track in the same community, and the murder of Quinn Isselman, otherwise called Issel, which was committed on Wednesday, May 18, 2022, about 7:45 p.m., on Ferguson Drive, also in Riverton City, Kingston 11. The police added that on Wednesday, April 20, 2022, after witnesses failed to appear before the court, Clark was released. Since Clark's release, there has been an upsurge in murders, shooting, and reports of extortion in and around the Riverton and Kingston 11 area, the police said. St. Elizabeth Police recovered stolen goats. The St. Elizabeth Police said they recovered 5 goats at Southampton in the parish on Saturday, May 28. The goats, 3 ewes and 2 rams, were recovered about 10 a.m. in an operation in the area. 3 of the goats have been pointed out by their owner, who reported that they were stolen about 3 weeks ago in the community of Northampton in the parish. Investigators continue to make efforts to identify the owners of the other 2 goats and are urging anyone who may have been a victim of goat thieves recently to contact the Black River Police immediately at 876-965-2232. 2 St. Anne men charged with robbery with aggravation, wounding. 2 men have been charged with robbery with aggravation and unlawful wounding following an incident on Main Street in Ochoa, St. Anne on Saturday, May 14. The men have been identified as 30-year-old Narane Bolton, otherwise called Wayne, a laborer, and Dwayne Small, a construction worker, both of Mansfield Heights in Ochoa. Reports from the Ochoa police are that about 4 a.m., the complainant was standing on the roadway when he was approached by 4 men who proceeded to rob him of an Alcatel cell phone and a wallet containing US $10 and $2,000 Jamaican. One of the accused then used a knife to inflict stab wounds to the complainant's upper body. The second accused then used a machete to inflict several wounds to the complainant. The complainant managed to escape and was assisted to hospital, where he was treated and released. An investigation was launched, and both men were charged on Friday, May 27. Man in custody after police seized firearm ammunition in Westmoreland. A man was arrested in connection with the seizure of a firearm and several rounds of ammunition by lawmen during a patrol at Cornwall Mountain in Westmoreland on Saturday. Reports from the Savanna-la-Mar police are that about 9:15 p.m., a team of officers was on patrol in the area when they observed a group of men standing at a bar. On approach of the police, one of the men ran. The police made inquiries and a man was seen removing an object from his waistband. He was accosted, the object retrieved and found to be a Beretta 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 11 rounds of ammunition. The identity of the suspect is being withheld pending further investigations. Cops make headway in bank robbery case. Less than a week after the St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland police launched a joint investigation following reports of a motorcycle being stolen from its owner at gunpoint in Buffalo, Westmoreland, a breakthrough has been made in the case. The breakthrough came about 11 a.m. on Saturday, May 28, when the team went into a section of Brompton District in St. Elizabeth to follow up on investigative leads. During a search of bushes, 2 motorcycles were found. One of the motorcycles has since been identified as the one that was robbed from its owner in Buffalo on Sunday, May 22nd. The other motorcycle is a 2018 high-rev CG150, and investigators are urging anyone who may be able to identify the vehicle to contact the Black River Police at 876-965-2232 or 876-965-2026. People may also contact the Police 119 number or the nearest police station. Port Maria to become second tsunami-ready town in Jamaica, says Mackenzie. The coastal town of Port Maria in St. Mary is to become the second tsunami-ready town in Jamaica after Old Harbour in St. Catherine. This has been achieved with the support of the Norwegian Agency for Development Corporation and UNESCO. The announcement was made by the Minister of Local Government and Community Development, Desmond Mackenzie, during his recent contribution to the sectoral debate. He said the designation was timely, especially since Port Maria was the scene of flooding as recently as January of this year. The local government minister said that Jamaica being a small island developing state, the protection of people in coastal areas from tsunamis is of great importance. In this regard, he noted that the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, in partnership with the Intergovernmental Coordination Group and subsidiary of UNESCO and the International Tsunami Information Center for the Caribbean, have collaborated to strengthen early warning and response mechanism. As a result, tsunami plans, templates, and standard operating procedures were developed, including a tsunami response plan and standard operating procedures for the vulnerable community of Old Harbour Bay in St. Catherine, Mackenzie noted. As part of this important partnership, ODPEM is also implementing a tsunami readiness pilot recognition technical program, which is designed to ensure and recognize the communities possess the tools, operational procedures, knowledge and skills to effectively respond if a tsunami occurs, he said. He shared that communities that are recognized under the program must be retrained every 4 years and must demonstrate adequate maintenance of their system. Seagal suit established at Devon House in honor of late former Prime Minister. A multi-purpose suit has been established at Jamaica's globally renowned and iconic heritage landmark, Devon House, in honor of the late former Prime Minister Edward Seagal. The repurposed structure, originally a gazebo, was renovated at a cost of $15.2 million by the Tourism Product Development Company TPDCO with funds from the Tourism Enhancements Fund TEF, and is to host meetings and special events. The Edward Seagal was so named in recognition of the honoree's role in preventing Devon House demolition by private developers in 1965 when Seagal served as Minister of Welfare and Development. His response was to spearhead the property's acquisition on behalf of the government and was subsequently instrumental in laying the groundwork for its development and evolution into what is now a popular attraction for both Jamaicans and tourists. The facility was opened by Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett, Seagal's widow Carla, and daughter Gabrielle during a ceremony on Friday, May 27, a day before the 92nd anniversary of the late former Prime Minister's birthday. The occasion was also used to relaunch Devon Duppy Jamaican Rum, a product of Devon House, which Seagal was instrumental in creating along with the establishment's renowned ice cream, among other products. Bartlett, in his remarks, noted that Seagal's attraction to and the role in preserving the developing Devon House was born out of his more than organic relationship with development. It had to do with his intellectual appreciation of the cultures and the elements that go into making a culture of a people, and why the culture is so critical in defining who you are and creating what we call the specificity of a people, said Bartlett. He added that as a social anthropologist, Seagal spent his time exploring and understanding the origins of people, civilization, and societies, accompanying structures and organizations of societies, and what it is that makes people who they are, but most important, what are the elements that must make you realize your best self. He understood that you couldn't develop a country without developing the people, because people are at the heart and the essence of it. Also, that if people are to develop pride and a true appreciation of who they are, they need to understand their history and appreciate the contributors to that history, Bartlett further added. He said Seagal also spent much time exploring what went into creating the cuisine for and by which Jamaica is so well defined, hence the creation of Devon Duppy rum. Devon House is a beautiful place. It is a representation of the Garden of Kingston that has all the facilities for human interaction. Devon House is one of Jamaica's most iconic landmarks and has distinguished itself as a celebrated attraction, the minister added. In her remarks, Mrs. Seagal said she and her daughter were humbled to have participated in the commemorative ceremony. She said they and other members of the family deemed the occasion a very great honor and thanked the Minister of Tourism and the team at Devon House for this kind gesture. I believe my late husband would have been pleased to know that he left his footprints on this piece of Jamaica's cultural landscape, a place that was so very special to him. This will live on as a legacy, not only for all who come here, but for his family members for generations to come, Mrs. Seagal added. Meanwhile, Counsel for the Mona Division in Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation KSAMC, Angie Bellamy, who represented Kingston Mayor Delroy Williams, described Mr. Seagal as a visionary. We wouldn't have been here at Devon House if it wasn't for Mr. Seagal, who, in 1965, intervened to stop the demolition. He had great foresight in seeing the property's potential, said Bellamy. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.